first thing that goes in here is the difference of the x coordinates, but I always start at the point I'm going to. I'm going to here, right? So I take 2 and subtract -1. And then I go 3 and subtract -2. And you should get here the vector 3, 5. That's the vector 3, 5. That'll come next, which we will probably just start next class with. But what about if we go the other way, though? What if we do the vector from B to A? The only thing that changes is the order. Now, that means we're talking about the vector that goes this way, from here to here, right? So for that one, we would do angle bracket. And since we're going here, we're going to start with -1, subtract this x coordinate 2, and then start with -2 and subtract 3. So this will be -3, -5. Those look similar, don't they? Yes.
It always like that?
Is it? What do you think? No, just take a shot. What do you think? Yeah, it is. It turns out that if you want to flip a vector over and point it in the opposite direction, all you do is multiply everything by -1 and it flips it over, which is a property we'll talk about next class. All right, so where we're going from here is we're going to do same thing. We're going to draw vectors in 3-dimensional space, some examples, talk about the 0 vector, talk about some language of vectors. We're going to talk about the parallelogram law, which is how you add vectors, how you add and subtract vectors, how you multiply, scalar multiplication of vectors, lengths of vectors, just looking at the unit vector.
Seems like vectors are very...
Then we talk about the standard basis vectors, I hat, j hat. Anyone physics? I hat, j hat, k hat. We talk about those. Has anyone taken linear algebra?
Right now.
Currently? Okay, so you'll talk about I hat, j hat, k hat as being something later. And then that will finish up vectors. But that's going to be part of next class, all right? So your homework for tonight and this weekend, I guess, is for you to look at the 10.1, right? It's not a really tough, like challenging homework assignment, so enjoy the calm before the storm. I would say things don't start getting really bumpy probably until we get to 10.5. 10.5 is historically where people start going, whoa. Look at, I know you want to go, I'm over, but if you look at your exam, if you can go if you need to go, but if you look at number 6, you can actually start thinking about number 6 as far as framing what it's asking right now. It says find the vector equation of a line. So you're going to be trying to find the equation of a line in 3-dimensional space. But that line has to pass through the center of a sphere. Now I gave you the equation of a sphere, which means you need to know its center, which we know how to find the center of a sphere. So you see how this is kind of, and you have to find, this line that you're trying to find goes through the center of a sphere, and it goes through the point of intersection. So imagine there's a sphere. You're my sphere? Where's my center? There, your fist. We're trying to find the equation of a line that goes through that center of that sphere. That line can be anywhere, right? As long as it goes through there. But it also has to be, that line that we find has to be going through the intersection of a plane and another line over here. See this plane? See that line? They hit each other, right? The line we're trying to find goes through the center of that sphere in that point of intersection. That's what we're going to try and do, right? So right now, the only thing you really know how to do on number 6 is how to find the center of that sphere, right?
Oh, that's great.
So have a great weekend. Let me turn this off real quick. Did I pass around the sign in? Did everyone sign in? Okay.
Yes, you did. I don't know if everybody...
Anybody need to sign in?
having the darker circles, but like